Welcome back to the underground frequency where gravity is optional and volume is mandatory. This is Bass Boosted Volume 67, hosted by me, V.I.N.C.E.N.T. Tonight we dive deep into pockets of sound, ranging from cosmic lowrider cruise control to trunk wrap pressure that actually rattles your fillings loose. We're chasing symbols hidden in dreams while letting a re-space mutant devour the playlist before it can be saved. Whether you need wu-wei energy for sub-drops or comedy tracks about quarters refusing to settle inside cup holders, we got it tuned perfectly for car audio worship at 40 Hz per second. Turn up your VU meters and prepare to feel like reality itself just shifted into low-frequency gear. Bass boosted until the sun rises!
On the beat. On the beat.
3 o'clock on Saturday night, parking lot demo running low. But we don't care about nothing else right now. My subwoofer flex has been flexing for 3 years straight. Without I eat bayonets for breakfast every day. DJ says his bass is so powerful you can hear it from 3 blocks away. But sometimes my heavy bass slider just get too loud and start rattling the license plate on my car off onto somebody's windshield back in Brooklyn when he was still living there before moving to Atlanta. Ain't that far south in Layway, but I digress, talking about bass pressure right now. And DJ says his subs are so powerful they make your ribs vibrate through your shirt. But sometimes my heavy bass slider just flex too hard and blow out the corner of one speaker in my shop back in Southside. Heavy bass sliders, heavy bass sliders. My heavy bass sliders keep walking off tables. DJ Smooth put the records on there trying to protect them from getting damaged when my flex too hard and start ripping the vinyls too hard and start ripping the vinyl apart. But we ain't complaining about that heavy bass sliders, heavy bass sliders. Last week at demo night, I brought $300 worth of records just to test them out on your speakers. And every time DJ drops a needle, my bass keeps sliding off, and he gotta catch it with his barrel smashing somebody's car. It ain't that uncommon, heavy bass sliders. And last week, when I was at the club downtown, my heavy bass sliders kept sliding over people's feet in the trap lane until we had to move everybody out so they wouldn't trip on the speakers. But nobody minded because DJ Smooth made me dancer from New Jersey, who works as a waitress and drinks coffee every morning before going to work. Heavy bass sliders, heavy bass sliders. My heavy bass sliders keep walking off tables. DJ Smooth putting records on there, trying to protect them, falling apart and start ripping the vinyl part. But he ain't complaining about that heavy bass sliders, heavy bass sliders, heavy bass sliders, heavy bass sliders. My heavy bass sliders keep walking off, walking. DJ Smooth putting records on there, trying to protect them from getting damaged when my subs flex too hard and start ripping the vinyl part. We ain't complaining about that heavy bass sliders. Punching on the beat. On the beat, party, pressure. psychedelic.
That was a serious stretch of low-end pressure. Coming up next, Dreams Rearranged.
V.I.N.C.E.N.T on the beat. Spinning vinyl on a Tuesday night. Got my sub rolled down low just right. Then I heard that needle drop, click, clack, snap. Bass girl dropped it into some black space trap. The tone I'm in, work the groove line deep. Salt cones vibrating while me and friends asleep. Dust exploded off the album sleeve. That portal opened from vinyl relief. She put a bass girl needle psychedelic touch on my soul tonight. From dubstep, ground to space mutant light. Now I see ghosts of every amp that ever hung bright. Bass girl needle psychedelic, oh, she's got me hypnotized right.
The garage walls turned into lava heat, haze glow. Hear the sub rattling in my chest cavity low. Lost all sense while sitting on my chair floor. Woke up with a synth wave, heart attack, roar.
Got stuck between trap space and dubstep groove lines. Saw my shadow dancing to the bass design. That needle dropped, then it rose again. Bass girl, vision divine.
Now every stereo sounds like that warp record spin. Every kick drum feels like a vibration within.
Can't escape from bass girl needle psychedelic grin. She put a bass girl needle psychedelic touch on my soul tonight. From dubstep, ground to space mutant light. Now I see ghosts of every amp that ever hung bright. Bass girl needle psychedelic, oh, she's got me hypnotized right.
V.I.N.C.E.N.T on the beat.
alarms flow. Inside my mind, a rusted iron box with a bass that's hard to find.
The smell of flux in your face as you build it all up tight. Chrome plating glinting under street light at night. Turntables spitting dust under vinyl crate breaks, and carpeted amps rattling when they hit full shakes.
All solder and wire, you hear the sound so clear. Carpet line racks where every wire connects here. Bass hitting harder in your trunk tonight.
the beat.
Vincent on the beat. Greasing hair like he just jumped out of her golden pump. But subwoofer-heavy and cuffed, listen through concrete bump. Rubber mouse squeaking just like Jordan, let's stay good all night. Chrome bumper shining brighter. Yeah, we cruising deep inside that low and grooving hum. Inside pocket of V.I.N.C.E.N.T hum until sun comes up at noon. Glassy leaves cutting through heavy, you're pushing on your lungs. We rolling slow right over V.I.N.C.E.N.T hum like nothing else is running. Sine wave woman up inside, cooling fan spin. Backbone in the skin, blue shame rattling in the holder. Let's take the drum pressure and physical feel. Pull around, not there necessarily, but let's keep feeling the vibration from the upper side of the skin. We cruising deep into low and where glassy leads remain inside that pocket of V.I.N.C.E.N.T hum and Zen-Bay, no more rain needed. Let's clean it out, just run it. Yeah, we cruising slow and up inside where the leads remain. And no rhyme or final line required, but let's try. We cruising deep tonight where only neon glow remains inside a pocket of V.I.N.C.E.N.T hum until sun comes up at noon. Too long. Deep inside that low and grooving hum. Inside pocket of V.I.N.C.E.N.T hum until sun comes up at noon. Glassy leaves cutting through heavy, you're pushing on your lungs. We rolling slow right over V.I.N.C.E.N.T hum like nothing else is running. Turn down the volume so you can feel it shake your frame. Subwoofer thumb, heavy enough to lift our out of game. Rubber mount, squeaking just like old man's joints in winter cold. Neon buzzing mixed with bass, making everything sound golden bold. Yeah, we cruising deep inside that low and grooving hum. Inside pocket of V.I.N.C.E.N.T hum until sun comes up at noon.
And here we are. Bass levels still rumbling deep enough to vibrate your fillings, if that's possible at this point in the set. We just closed out with another Dreams Rearranged track, and I've got to say, someone should sue that band for copyright infringement on my sleep schedule. Then came Bass Table Walkers, which somehow had more momentum than a herd of rhinos in roller skates, followed by 40 Hertz 40 pressure, because apparently 40 Hertz is now standard pressure. Hands off the knob? Good call. We needed hands-free to reach for snacks during that hydraulic pump-hum finale. But seriously, what's next when you're standing on your toes from all this bass energy and suddenly need something spicy at a Wendy's drive-thru? Speaker argument at Wendy's! Tune in tomorrow for Volume 68. I'll try not to argue with the menu board over whether my order qualifies as bass layer or just extra pressure.
Wendy's, but don't order thigh. My right got a subwoofer stack built like a skyscraper high. 112-inch driver in the front, one right behind it too. I'm talking about bass house weight that makes you wanna do. Makes your knees buckle when the beat drops heavy on the floor. The speaker was loud enough to wake up all the neighbors near, but I got 4 12-inch woofers burning hot like a fire here. Wait, no, burning hot so tight that they couldn't get away from me now. One single driver, but it was big. I told him he couldn't match me with the bass power I bring. He said it's 12-inch cone flexed all night long in the booth, but mine got dual subs behind glass. Yeah, that's my whole life right. Start with some FM steps on steps. My bass is power enough, shake, it's all about the vibes. Yeah, I've been to feel it in your boots. Yeah, I got you locked into the groove tonight. Bass powerful and now shake, that's my whole life right. Feel it in your boots. Yeah, I got you locked into the groove tonight. Bass powerful and now shake, that's my whole life right. The speaker was trying to out-rap me, but he didn't know how hard it was done. I turned up the gain and watched him lose every single one of them runs. Subs flexing, amp heat rising, cones moving like crazy dancers on a club. So let the 4-4 kick start with some FM steps on steps. My bass is power enough, shake, it's all about the vibes. Yeah, I've been to feel it in your boots. Yeah, I got you locked into the groove tonight. Bass powerful and now shake, that's my whole life right. Right. Listen on the beat. Mushroom patch in the midnight hours, glowing green under parking lot chases. Once more, man, so my Twitter con. Bass dropping, no way around it, man. You told me, kid, you got the gain up in your head too tight. I'm flexing 8-inch drivers with 30 built out of my sweat. He said that was a mistake I could fix tonight. Yeah, subwoofer. Yeah, subwoofer take too seriously. He told me you got that kick drum thumping too seriously. Too seriously. With his complex moving seriously. Now every time I twist the gain knob, boom! Yeah, subwoofer take too seriously. He told me you got that kick drum thumping too seriously. Too seriously, with his complex moving seriously. Now every time I twist the gain knob, he said you got too much low end pressure on your bass line. Too seriously. Too seriously. Takes onto the beat. Let's make it all sound pressure building up for a chorus. Dive into vinyl cracks deep, dusty bass chop while bass sleeps. Chrome rim spinning on tarmac line, loose change rattling in pocket of mine. Webby. I pulled in with my deck, one from parking block D. Pulled in with my deck, one from parking block E.
That was a serious stretch of low-end pressure. Coming up next, Velvet and Gold Needle Drop.
Headlights cutting through the parking lot haze. My ride purring like a bass in your face. Got a crackle on that old vinyl needle drop. Older than us all right now. Surface noise turning into velvet and gold. Every groove digging deep where young hearts grow cold. Your reflection dancing off my tinted window glass. Whispering records from the basement's basement past.
Needle drop, older than that crackle sound me moving like a bass guitar. Needle drop, older than bass guitar. Needle and drum, the bolder than rock older than young lovers who don't know how to make love. Silver boots, her turntable spinning while we cruise through night roots. Got my hands on your hips as I scratch that record groove out of the center channel space. Every beat hitting harder than a truck door slamming shut. Tonight's like we do it, you and me right here. Surface crackle ringing like bells at the club entrance gate. Needle drop, older than that crackle sound me moving like a bass guitar. Needle drop, older than bass guitar. Needle and drum, the bolder than rock older than young lovers who don't know how to make love.
While I keep my eyes locked on your subwoofer sitting harder than any other club's floors. Tonight in your soul and mind right now, together as one unit of the bass energy. Needle drop older than us all. That crackle sound like high honey dripping from a comb into the night drive windshield wiper swish.
Vincent on the beat. Vincent found it tucked behind the glove box shelf. Vinyl spinning like a broken bell of hell. Vinyl flea market stalwart to Detroit ghost. When we crack but sound so deep, I need you to believe me. It doesn't start until ignition key is in position. Jam and hum, matches needle groove upon return. Engine RPM rises and the sub begins to grow.
Moving Vincent, hear it rolling tonight. Know it plays with engine running while we move along in flight. Right car moving to the store now. Just drive hard enough so bass can find its flow right about how.
Right car moving Vincent. Right about how. Vincent says it's some frequency, alignment glitch. Two feelings I just grab a bit of beat. Only plays corners cruising through midnight city. Rattles loose, changing club portal while he drives on highway route number 4. Sound waves bounce off metal doors and create magnetic pull of pure power. Right car moving Vincent. Right car
Moving Vincent, hear it rolling tonight. Right car moving engine right while we roll along in flight. Right car moving to the store now. Just drive hard enough so bass can find its flow right about how.
Right car moving Vincent.
Right about how.
Subcones flex like rubber bands, stand stretched tight. MIDI sequencer sounds coming in square waves, sliding down the highway lane. Before your voice cutting through every rain, the sun again.
Now Vincent, no secret, only plays on cruise control, steady
Vincent on the beat.
Saw a van rolling down the strip at 3 in morning light. Heard it rumbling past where I was trying to sleep tonight. He shook my windows loose just like that sub, shaking off your spine. Man needed bass so heavy, man could hear what against concrete design.
Not some soft and pad float around in digital space zone. Need the kind of crunch that comes from oak on steel when it's been driven slow and alone.
Don't need no amp to burn up your block. Just wait for me to load the lot. When you feel that heavyweight drop with every beat up on your foot, watch out, cause I'm bringing the crash down on you now. Heavy as oak and maple wood when it hits the furniture impact move.
They're mowing in parking lot corners where engine heat rising up high. Loose change rattling inside a pocket while baseline slicing through sky. Dust cloud forming off asphalt surface. Kick drum hitting like fist on door frame tight. Every cone vibrating, wood grain left behind as I drive past the gate.
Let them hear me coming down.
Coming from behind.
Let the speakers shake your brain out of mind.
Don't need no amp to burn up your block. Just wait for me to load the lot. When you feel that heavyweight drop with every beat upon your foot, watch out, cause I'm bringing the crash down on you now. Heavy as oak and maple wood when it hits the furniture impact move.
Silence in the trunk before the floorboards break. Amp heat rising high enough to melt your face with smoke.
Wait for that drop, wait for that thud on concrete ground. Don't need no amp to burn up your block. Just wait for me to load the lot. When you feel that heavyweight drop with every beat upon your foot, watch out, cause I'm bringing the crash down on you now. Heavy as oak and maple wood when it hits the furniture impact move.
Furniture impact. That moving truck sound in my head. Let me hear that.
Neon signs bleed red on wet pavement cracks. Chrome rims spinning in slow motion tracks. My trunk's breathing heavy, vents out heat. 15 subs stacked where your feet would meet. Rat-a-tat-tiny change rattles the floor mats down, while I lock my windows and drown out all that sound. Save for what comes thumping when you turn up the key, cause this ain't just noise, it's physics at play today. Parkade space, park under street light, casting wide green haze. Roll down the window just a crack to let it breathe. Then I twist up volume and you feel what it means alive.
That's hydraulic bounce, rhythm hitting all your bones. Warm moves up rolling where no one ever gone. You got that low end club pressure in your chest. Yeah, I said yeah, let me take this to the test. We feel it through the seat. The chrome reflections of my bumper gleaming beat. While house groove hums deep beneath the car's floor and dubstep crowd shakes every lock in front of yours. Don't wait for it, demo, you don't have to stay. When your bass is right, you own the night away.
That was a serious stretch of low-end pressure. Coming up next, magnetic aligned tracks.
Vincent on the beat.
Midnight oil, trunk space, golden tight. Stacking up the disc for a bass fight. Magnetic fields from speakers pulling dust. Making static in this concrete bus. Kick drum hits slow enough to shake. The plastic cases start taking shape. Gravity bends down by a sub-pressure force. Every disc aligns on the center course. It's not just physics, it ain't some magic spell. When that 808 drops heavy, watch the melt and swell. Side ones go back to front row, line up stance. Old CDs sort itself inside of a trance. They float up off floorboards by magnetic pull, releasing the vibe from every album rule. Now we bring it into trap space geometry, where bass makes people wanna be free. From old records, from heavy chains and weights, sorting out our feelings inside of a maze. Cones flexing hard enough to rearrange tracks. Sad balance separated far apart in packs. Trap deep, thumping through the floorboards deep, while magnetic fields make us all sleep. It's not just physics, it ain't some magic spell. When that 808 drops heavy, watch the melt and swell. Sad ones go back to front row, line up stance. Old CDs sort itself inside of a trance. They float up off floorboards by magnetic pull, releasing the vibe from every album rule. Low piano stab cutting through static haze. Every note find its own specific place. No more confusion, no more mixing error. Just pure shadow work and frequency sorrow. It's not just physics, it ain't some magic spell. When that 808 drops heavy, watch the melt and swell. Sad ones go back to front row, line up stance. Old CDs sort itself inside of a trance. They float up off floorboards by magnetic pull, releasing the vibe from every album rule.
And there you have it, the sound of 1,000 bass columns hitting 100 bass drums simultaneously. Tonight's mix got our speakers so excited they started arguing about who owns Wendy's parking lot. If your house still vibrates, congratulations, you're officially certified by V.I.N.C.E.N.T's Bass Club. We didn't promise nothing, but if the bass is building up and something ain't working, just reach out to us on our social media channels. Until next time when we drop yet another sonic punch you in the bass bomb, stay bass boosted!